Okay, so today we're gonna start doing the ricer. So we're gonna start on this side first. I always, I always try to start it from the longer pieces one before starting on the short one. So that way the offcut you're gonna be using on the short one. All right, so let's start on the big one first. All right, so now that's done. Now we can do this one here. All right, so now. All right, my last one. All right, so now our ricer is done. And then we're gonna be doing the crown after. Just finished the ricer. So today we're doing the crown molding. Okay, so I mentioned again, so it's similarity. So when you're cutting your crowns or trim works, always start on the long one and then the small one after, or you can cut the long one first. Just overlap a little bit your measurements and keep it on the side. So there's a lot of ideas that you can do. I just did my measurements here, but this is just a preference only. So at least I know like how much is the length. Or the other way is to make it more accurate, you have to go one by one. So just like what I mentioned, cut all these long one pieces first, like this one, that, and then you can start this one here. This is one of the easiest one. So we're gonna put this one first. So that way we can have the measurement on that side. All right. All right, so let's go and cut this one and put them aside. And then we can put all this 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now we're here outside. So what I usually do when I do my 45, cutting, so it's right now it's on 45. Right, so all these corners is gonna be like pretty much 45. Everything, the outside, the outer, and the inner one. So I call this inside. This is the outside, outer 45, and this is the inner one. All right. So how I set up my my cutting miter saw, I put it this way, like that. All right. So this is gonna be the bottom one. And this one goes to the this one is facing to the cabinet, facing to the ceiling. Okay. So like what I said again, we're gonna cut all these long pieces first and put it inside. All right, so let's cut in the 72 and a half. All right, so this one here, we can cut it into the size, whatever the size is says here, because it's right in the corner. Bring it closer. So set up your blade like that, right there. Looking for a 72 and a half. So make sure we have 72 and a half. Straight there. Okay, so this one is done. So we're gonna check it. Now we can do, we'll cut these guys, but put them in a side. Okay, so we have this one. That's one there. We'll put it aside. And then we have this one here, 46 3/4. 46 3/4. Okay, so this one is for this one. All right, I'm just gonna put it down in the side. All right, so we got the pieces that we need. We need it to be safe, like 1 2 3, right? So now we can start cutting the small ones. Now we'll be cutting this 14 3/4. So the miter saw that we're using is the basic one. We don't have the dual dual angle that it can go this way and that way. So this one, it could still work, but you just need to know how to use it. All right, so this is what I'm trying to set up, the which angle. All right, just an example. Let's just say it like this. If you do it like this is the easiest way, so that way you know the angle right away, right? You won't be confused. But the hardest part is, you know, you might move that way, you might move it like that, and you're never gonna get the proper angle. So your crank it goes like that. So this one is just assuming this is the wall, so it goes like that. So if you want 45 here, it's simple. You just go like that. Just try an example. Okay, it's just an example of it. Let's say you want that angle, right? But I don't really recommend doing it this way. I know it's easier to see it, to look at it, but I like to do it this way. See that? See, it's the same angle, right? Let's do that. I like to do it this way. I get more accurate. There you go. So we're cutting this one. We're going back here. We're cutting the outer and the inner. So right now I'm cutting the outer one. Right? The top one, the bottom one. So like this. That angle is the outer one, this one here. So now we're going to do this one. Okay, let's get the measurement. It's 14 3/4 plus 3/4 plus, right there. Okay. So that's how we do the two different 45 miter. So this is done. Now we're going to be doing this one, side of the cabinet, 11 3/4. All right, so we're going to be doing this. So you set up your miter like this. That. That's the easiest one. That's what I was talking about. And then after that, straight cut. Again, so it's 13 or 11 and 3/4. Eleven and 3/4. From there, usually if it's like that, I put it on number 1. Yeah. But don't forget, right? You are number 1. So it's 11 3/4. So that's gonna be 12 3/4 because we started from 1. So 12, don't forget, 12 3/4. There you go. So this is the easiest one, right? Okay. So it goes like this, which is this one. Make sense? All right, so now let's continue this one here. Let me turn on the other light. Okay, so this is what we have here. I don't know if can you see. So this is what we cut. We have this one. We have this one. And remember those ones are the longer piece in that one. We put this one inside. We didn't cut it to the size yet. We'll cut it after. We gotta put this two first so that way we can get this one accurate. So this is what we're trying to do here. All right, so now let's put this one and then this one, which is that, and the one that goes on the side. All right, okay, let's do this. Well, let's put my camera here so that way you can see a little bit. All right, so let's do this one. All right, so that's good. Now we're gonna be putting the other piece, which was this one here. The two different angle, the outer and the inner. Okay, so let's do this one. Okay, now good. So we gotta do that side first, then this one. So this is the crown that we have over there, right? So remember this crown that goes on the side? It's going like that. So this one is the top. This is the ceiling, right? So make it even. Line it up like that. That's gonna be how it looks like. So now how are we gonna do this? We're gonna use the jigsaw. This one is not going to be perfect cut, but we can fill it up with caulking after. This one here is going to be dangerous. Let's try to use the miter saw. All right, we're done with this one. So now, right, let's go inside and. All right, so now finally we got the proper cut out. We shave it out to almost perfect right there. Now let's do the measurements for the one that goes on the front. Okay, so let's measure this one. So either we can measure from this sides. Here, 35.5 short. Okay, let's check this one. One more time. Slightly longer. Oh man, the camera wasn't recording. Okay, so this is good. So I wasn't able to record when I was putting that one because I thought my camera was on. All right, so anyhow, so we did this one by starting the two-side one, and on this one here we're going to do the crown that goes on the front first, right? That one is okay, it's a similarity. So the two-side one, it's more difficult than starting the front one. So this one here, the best way to do this one is you get started put this one and the front, this one here, and go and then come back on the side. So I'm just only like showing the what's option that you can do. But if you prefer to put on the side, you can do it on the side too, right? It's not a big deal, as long as, like what I mentioned earlier, you want to start the two sides first, but you gotta cut these pieces, those longer pieces, and put in the side, and then cut it after. But now this time we gotta do this one first, the one that goes on the front. All right, so let's get the measurement for that. Actually, I have it outside. Let me just double check again. Okay, so we're just measuring end to end. So it's 46 and 3/4 plus. Okay, so all right, so here it is. Cut this angle first, so facing up. This one that goes on the cabinet, this one goes on top. Okay, so what did I say again? 45. It's 46 and 3/4 plus. I'm just gonna use number 1. So if you start from 1, it's going to be 47. Always double check. Okay, we're good. All right, so we did this one. Now we're gonna do the other end. So we're just gonna switch the angle. Right where my mark is. Until it's received. Okay, let's double check. I slightly cut it short by 30 seconds. Measure this one. Okay, here is for 11 5/8. Okay, so let's cut the angle first. Right. And then what's the measurement? 11 5/8. 11 5/8, right? So because you start from 1, it will be 11, no, 12 5/8 right there. That's the other way around, so both ways. All right, we're good. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, good. Now let's do this one now. That's gonna be our last one. So same thing, we gotta start on the one that goes on the front, and then we'll do this side after. So let's do the measurements. Yeah, this one. Yes, so. Oh yeah, they go fast. Okay, we're done. All right, so now we're done with our crown molding works. So as you can see, there's like gaps between the crown and the ceiling. We'll just gonna caulking those, and you won't be able to see those no more. All right, so that's it for today, and thanks again for watching. So until next time, we'll do another video.